So in this player education video, we are going to be talking a little bit about the importance of leadership. But yeah, we are just going to get right into it today. First thing we're going to cover is what is a leader? And in order to understand how to be a good leader, you need to understand the qualities are necessary to be able to do so. So obviously a leader is someone who represents some of these qualities. First things first, a leader is someone who has positive energy. That leader is going to be that bright, cheerful person in the room, making sure that they exhibit those qualities is a good part of a leader. Next thing, making sure that they have problem-solving skills. Someone who just is a quick thinker and can maybe solve an issue on a dime is always a good quality within a leader. Next is a good leader sets a good example for others and obviously does what is expected of them. So essentially doing their job and staying on top of things. Another quality of a good leader is someone who is independent. So while also maintaining that level of independence and confidence in their abilities, that'll be a good benefit of a leader. And lastly, a leader is someone who has a vision. So like I mentioned in last week's discussion, having a vision is very important, and especially for a leader. So this may even include having visions set out for themselves, maybe even personal or group goals that they kind of have set in stone a little bit that they're always actively working towards. So this vision that they have in mind needs to be dispersed out to all the group members, just so everyone's kind of on the same page and they know the common goals and what they're kind of all working towards to get their job done. So this allows everyone to stay on track and kind of know what is set out for them. So just a couple qualities of a good leader. Next is just leadership. So when you hear the term leadership, many things may come to mind. You may think of the mayor of your town, your school's principal, the CEO of a big company, or even just a certain friend within your friend group. But obviously, there can be many versions of leadership, and leadership is essential for any team development to take place. So it's obviously an important factor for success in working towards goals and kind of getting your job done, right? So the skill of leadership is very vital, and it allows teams to work towards their shared goals and to always be actively improving themselves as a whole. For any big group environments, leadership is needed just for someone to take charge and kind of help everyone else stay on track within them. But obviously leading by example is essential here, whether that be the CEO or the principal of your school. If they're doing their job, this is going to help everyone else stay on track around them. But yeah, obviously with group environments, can you imagine if there wasn't a leader in some situations? Would any work get done? What if you didn't have a leader within your sports team or even within your classroom? So just something to kind of keep in mind and to kind of just show you the benefits that really come from being a leader and how important it is to have that figure. Next thing we're going to cover is obviously just some benefits of a strong leader. So the first benefit is that a strong leader is going to inspire others. So the members essentially follow their leader and follow in their footsteps. So members can look up to their leader as a role model, and they're going to mimic some of these behaviors or even some of these qualities that they display, right? So this makes it so much more important to have that strong initial leader and making sure that they're influential in some of their good behaviors and their qualities, and they can be picked up on from the other members that are kind of viewing those, right? But obviously, other benefits of a strong leader, it's going to motivate, empower others. It'll also help others understand their role a little bit more. So lastly, it's going to lead for good communication and strong communication within your team dynamic. So for communication to occur, whether that just be feedback or maybe discussions about future goals or plans that they have set in mind. But obviously, if all the demands are met to be a good leader, then there's going to be many beneficial outcomes that can come from this. So super important. Next thing, kind of about a little bit more about team dynamic. So from the benefits of a strong leader, this obviously leads us to team dynamic, and the two kind of go hand in hand, right? So first thing within that team dynamic, it's going to ignite the fires within others, and you're going to kind of have that more shared purpose or vision. So you may be mirroring qualities that are seen in your leader, and like I mentioned before, kind of mimicking some of those qualities that you see in some of those leaders or their figures within your group, right? It's going to motivate members and spark a solid team morale, and obviously have that shared purpose. So this is going to allow members to get their job done and work together on the lines of their common goals, right? And that vision that they kind of have set up. I like to think of it with this having a strong team dynamic is kind of like that one puzzle, right? So all of the players or athletes or students, whatever it may be, are those puzzle pieces. And in order to kind of have that end goal or that one vision, everyone needs to work together and to trust one another and to obviously come together as one. So just something that I like to think of. So obviously with that comes trust within that members, and that's going to build confidence in one another as well. So obviously having that strong initial leader is going to lead to many other outcomes, benefits. Last thing here, I just wanted to quickly go over is knowing the difference between a good and a bad leader. So obviously from reviewing some of the importance behind leadership, we've kind of covered a little bit about what a good leader looks like. So obviously a good leader and some qualities to look out for. For the good qualities is someone who is encouraging, inspiring, open to new ideas, not afraid to make mistakes, honest, and can quickly come up with some solutions. So if we take a look at this image, obviously a good leader can earn trust, set a good example to the other team members, and to listen to other people's ideas within that group. So obviously some good qualities to look for in a leader. And then on the other hand, for bad leaders that you may come across in a different situation, they may foster some qualities like not valuing other members, or maybe seem to be a little bit more negative than positive. They may tend to blame others, or they think that they know everything themselves. So obviously those are some qualities that you do not want in a leader or someone who's kind of leading your group. So it's maybe important to kind of know the difference of these qualities before you get into a situation and kind of just picking that out right at it. But yeah, just a little bit about leadership. So thank you guys so much for listening today. And yeah, have a good rest of your day. Thank you.